Like, yeah.
I don't know what the Deathly Hallows is, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It's recording.
Is it?
It's just blending in with Luke's shirt.
Oh, that's true.
I'll take your report. Usually it says recording, doesn't it? Am I blind?
142,
It is.
143,
Luke, lean back a little bit.
145.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I was blending in with his shirt.
Okay,
I told
yeah.
you. Okay, no, you can lean forward now. I just...
You
were
right foot in, you put your right
Foot out. Are we just singing every time now?
And then you shake it all about. You crack your golden light and you drink until it's gone. Hey!
Oh, hey, yeah.
Another one.
Oh, wait,
And then
That's
you
good.
get another one. Hey! Welcome back to another episode with the Soda Nerds, show where we talk about comic books, collectibles, and pop culture.
You always do it like out of nowhere. Like we're just like having a conversation. Welcome back to Soda Nerds. And we're like, oh, okay, sorry.
Let's take a drink
Yeah.
Just
of our Fireball as we do all the time.
Ding.
Ooh,
Right,
yeah.
boys.
I do like.
Well, that was
shot
better
glasses.
than whatever we had last week.
Okay, so I had warm tequila one time,
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
and I had
And then
super warm Captain Morgan.
and then you got naked and cried in the shower.
Yeah, that happened.
That's good. That's good.
No, that was Duluth, right?
goes there for a reason.
No,
I know.
that was just crying.
You're just yourself.
To everybody watching, thank you. We just want to say thanks for that. Everybody who's listening to the podcast version of this, wherever you are listening to it through, maybe take a minute, hop over to YouTube, check out our videos. You can see what we look like if you want to. But
No,
Nothing
it's
really.
not- it's
nothing
not
really.
really-
it's not much to see, but it might give you a good laugh.
I will
So-
say you should probably take notice of how beautiful his Luke's mustache is.
His hair
coming in a
you
little
wanna see that,
And his hair's growing in nice. It's,
Yes.
it's nice.
Dude,
It
from the-
is.
from the last
It-
video, like,
it is.
Going fast.
Yeah.
Do you know what we should do?
Shave it
If we
again.
get so many subscribers, we should just take a razor to your head and shave it completely bald.
Dude, I'd do it.
Wax you.
Why not?
Hey, we've already said if we hit... Oh, hey, Ben!
What'd you get here, Johnny?
If we hit certain subscriber counts, there's people at this table that said they'll get tattoos of certain things.
How many did I say? Was it 1,000?
Well, let's see here.
No, you said if we sold out of all of our T-shirts at the Isani County Fair
did say
by
that.
Friday evening, you would get a Soda Nerds tattoo on your right inner thigh.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
I did not say
Yes,
that.
you
No, he's hashtag
this
not
out.
true.
So basically, what Johnny is saying is you should come out, purchase some T-shirts before I pay for them all, so he can get a tattoo.
That's our quick plug, July 21st through the 25th. Those of you in the area, swing out to the Isani County Fair. We will be there selling
sure.
merch and talking nerdy. But today, we are talking about, okay, guys, there's throughout history of electronics. Okay, that's not a good way to start this. Okay. People come up with the brilliant ideas. There are books that are written, and
Yep.
people come along and say, oh, we should turn this into a movie
So-
and put it on the big screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether it's a comic book, whether it's a book, we have all seen movie adaptations of text. And today we are going to talk about books that were turned into movies, comic books that were turned into movies, into TV shows. What do we like more?
Right.
You know what I mean? Book versus the movie.
And we've actually seen video games like Assassin's Creed turn into no book.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
Assassin's Creed was a
Yeah.
game turned into a movie, and we're starting to see the
Gears
video
of
game
War,
series.
that was a movie.
Yep. It will be.
Or will be.
I thought it was.
Resident
No,
Evil?
Batista's going to
Resident
be.
Evil.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Resident Evil?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that was...
no books.
That turned into 4 movies. Five movies?
Yeah.
Goodness.
There's a lot of
My
those.
brother loves them.
Doom.
Some,
Well,
Anyways, we don't need to go down that road, but
well, whether it's a comic book or a book, some have been knocked out of the park, slam dunks when they're turned into movies. Others have been complete failures. So I just want to know,
Justice League.
you guys, maybe a book that you read.
yeah.
Well, yeah. DC, no break. Maybe a comic book that you read, a book you read growing up, or even recently that turned into a movie. What is it? What did you like about it? What did you not like about it? Jeff, go.
So initially I was going to do
Oh, he was waiting for that.
The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. But I'm waiting to do that one. So
Okay.
Christmas nerd.
Till what, December?
Definitely, yeah, at
Okay.
least November-ish. So the one that most stands out to me would be Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's
Huge.
Stone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Huge.
And the book, I took notes. I don't need to look at them right now. But the book came out in 1997, and the first movie was out in, I think, 2001. So that's a pretty
quick turnaround.
Yeah. And I heard, like, as I was doing my research today, they had to, like, postpone the release of the book until after school because they thought there'd be so many kids. Like, that's back when books were cool, right? And people would skip school to get a book, right?
Now you can get it on your Kindle like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, your Kindle.
That's true.
Yeah. So I decided to go with Harry Potter. I think so for me, the books stand out. They're better than the movies.
That's usually how it is, right?
Now you've
Yeah.
read all the books.
I haven't read all of them
Okay.
because I'm lazy.
Okay.
And the movies are done in like 3 hours. The book takes like a week or so, So
Yeah.
But we did get through the first one and the couple. Some of the other ones we started them, but I have listened to all the audiobooks, so I know.
Oh, okay.
I know. Yeah, I sit at a desk all day. I just play these.
Jeff Spas.
Yeah.
Who's listening?
Yeah, and I listen to audiobooks, right? And Harry Potter is one. I got all the audiobooks for Harry Potter. The Beetle Bard. I don't have any of the. What is the new one? What's the new one with Johnny Depp?
I have no idea. You're
Nobody
talking-
watches Harry Potter. Anyways, okay, let's
I've
scratch
never
that.
even read a Harry Potter
the
book.
magical beasts
monster
or something.
Yeah,
Magical beasts or something or other.
I don't.
Let's just be honest. I don't care enough about that. I like Harry Potter series. Okay,
Yeah.
I know
so
what you're talking about.
with that
Yeah.
said, I think that a lot of times what you see are these cute, cool little details getting missed in the movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you're watching the movie, you're like, wait a minute, like that's not exactly how it happened, and you get
Right.
disappointed.
Yeah.
On the flip side, I also think when I went through the book before ever seeing the movie, I had these ideas of who these people were.
Oh, yeah. You create them in
you
your
watch
own head.
the
Yeah.
movie,
And you see how they-
they're all different. They're all
Yeah.
now I see Hagrid as Hagrid, and I see Harry as Harry, and Ron, and obviously Hermione.
I always
as she
saw
grew
Harry
through
as
the
this
ages.
big black dude, so that's where it was.
Well,
tough
you've
to-
not read the books.
No, I've never read the books.
And one of the fan favorites is Dobby, which is covered with a bunch of crappy comics and the.
Say it to my face.
No. Yeah, so that's just our Funko Pop little push for Harry Potter. And no, I love Harry Potter. Love the story.
Was it a
Dobby
knockout
is
of the
great.
park? Book to movie?
The books did a good job. And the movies did an okay job.
I feel like it's never, the movie was way better than the book. I think it's either, no, they did a good job with the movie,
Right.
or, they totally destroyed it.
Let's put it this way. The movies did so well. I think the Sorcerer's Stone alone, which was the first one, grossed almost $1 billion.
Wow.
Internationally, nationally, $1 billion. So I think the
Probably
movies did
more
well.
than that.
I mean, soda nerds are close.
Yeah, we're getting to the big leagues.
1
bruh.
billion.
The big leagues, bruh. Yeah. No, that'd be mine. That'd be mine in a nutshell. Harry Potter, good adaptation.
Is there something that you
books are
wish they
good.
would have added from the books to the movie?
Well, the one, yeah. The one thing that
Give
sticks,
it to me. You got to tighten it up.
the one thing
Learn
that's,
how to use your
Yeah.
equipment.
I just let them set it up, guys.
Rookies.
So the one thing that sticks out to me, it's a good question. The one thing that sticks out to me is, okay, in the movie, Hagrid's coming to pick up Harry. He's about 9. It's his birthday, right? And poor Harry's just drawing a cake in the dirt because his aunt and uncle hate him. Everyone hates this kid. He lives in a
It's so
closet,
sad.
right? And Hagrid comes and he like bashes down the door or whatever. Well, in the comics, or I'm sorry, in the books,
Yeah.
it doesn't quite go that way. And I think I liked the comic book version.
It's okay. You got kind of
I
It's okay. It's
like
okay.
the book version a
This
lot
episode
better.
is awesome, too.
The detail about how they got there, like how Harry's aunt and uncle brought them there. They never show that in the movie.
into that like the white lighthouse looking like area
Yeah,
where they're just
yeah. No, in the book they're like they have to roll out there, and then
Yeah.
shenanigans happen and whatever. So that's just as I was thinking about it today. That's the one thing. Is like in the movie you're just like, oh, I don't know where they are. Are they in a barn? Like what are they doing here? Well, the book does a very good job explaining
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah. So
more detail.
Well, I think it's always more detail. I have heard from some authors who have had their books turned into movies. They're like, some things just aren't possible. For
Yeah.
what makes sense in a book doesn't make sense if you were to watch it on a screen.
Because you need more description in a book.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yep.
Especially if you're reading Lord of the Rings.
That,
Gosh,
that's an
17
awesome
pages on like...
The song or something.
No, 17 pages on like the size of a feather on like an elf's jacket or something, just describing the detail.
But they're amazing.
Those books are,
Tolkien's pretty good.
I don't know. That's one where I might say the movie is like better.
Well, the
than
movies
book.
are amazing.
Okay, so that is one. Okay, when I have not read those books, I am not a reader. I read some comic books, but a lot of them more modern stuff.
Pictures.
But when I first heard about
books.
Not good pictures.
That's why I read them.
but when I first heard of Lord of the Rings, I went to the movie with some friends, and they're like, "Oh, you got to watch it. Oh, that was close. That was really good with the book. Stayed accurate, and blah blah blah." And then other parts they're talking about, oh, it was so much better in the book. I'm going, so much better in the book. Did you watch the movie?
Did you just watch
this
what
thing is
happened?
awesome.
Yeah.
You mean there's more of these coming? And I remember after the second one, I was pissed, just going, how long do I have to wait?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? So
Lord of the Rings
I'm a
is amazing.
movie guy. I like going to the movies rather than reading the books.
I agree.
But I love that Lord of the Rings really did do a very good job, obviously. And then the
That's why you have
extended
3
cuts.
hour long movies.
Yeah, the
and
extended
then the
cuts
extended cuts
are like
Yep.
4 hours long, and those are worth watching.
Each movie is 4 hours long.
Oh.
They have 2 discs for each one.
But there's
one,
more
discs.
detail and more
They take a
storyline
DeLorean back
to it.
and buy discs. Like
well, they're DVDs.
His
Discs
family
are-
watches VHSs.
that's
Yeah,
not
I was
true.
about to say.
It is true.
Dude, we still have Titanic on like a 4. Wow. VHS,
I have
man.
Pearl Harbor. It's the 2 of VHS tapes.
That's funny.
Boomers.
I love it.
It's the best.
Dude, you're the oldest one here.
I know.
Looks at me, boomer.
Sorry, we don't do discs.
I call them DVDs, but you know what I meant though.
Yeah, I was messing. So Johnny,
All right,
what?
Johnny, go.
Yeah, let's hear. What did?
Sorry, I'm just going.
No, you guys are good.
What do you
Sit
got?
back on here.
What do you got?
I can't really see you if you're prepped and
I know,
ready, so
this
I
is-
want to take this down because I can't see Johnny's face.
sit right here.
I like to play off Johnny's face. He's
So I just want to take a
Kinda
second.
There you go.
The soda
I'll
nerds.
show you mine later.
The soda nerds encourage people to read, especially kids. You know,
There's awesome
because
comic books out there.
everybody
Read it.
nowadays
Do you want to like
just plays video
I'm gonna
games.
take some composure?
Yeah.
Just take a breath, and you can put that into better terms. I can put some nice corporate inspirational music behind it.
The soda nerds would like to say it's important for your children to read because the schools may not teach them as well as you could. So hashtag teach your kids to read and get them a book.
There a bookmark in there?
I don't know what to
Just
say.
sit here and read books.
I don't know what to say. I don't read books either.
Reading.
Did you want to read a portion from the Harry Potter book?
My favorite chapter in this book.
I once upon a time read a lot, and then I have small children in my house now, so I don't do that.
I don't read to them ever.
I don't. Well, I read. I read to them, but
Kidding.
which I guess Pete the Rabbit or whatever. I guess he is on the screen, so I don't. Those were books turned
you go.
movies as well.
Which one's better?
But one big one that I read in high school was, I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief.
Yep.
Shout out to Tyler Cosgrove. Okay, Tyler, if you are watching this, Tyler and I used to. Yeah, there we go. Tyler.
yeah.
There we go.
You made the cut.
We loved the Percy Jackson. Man, I read that first book and I was like, whoop. I can't even remember how many there were. I just read all of them. And this is a prime example of doing the book no justice when making a movie, because they're like the story arc and the character development in the books. It took like a few, you felt invested after 4 or 5 books because you're like, I'm growing with these people, right? Well, there were a bunch of things that happened in like book 6 that were unfolding in the first freaking movie that they made. And
So all of that's where I hear the movie was better than the book, because I just go, I didn't waste all that time. I got it all right.
and that's what you said.
Yeah, he was talking about it earlier, and I was just like,
Yeah, 'cause you
I was
just
like,
saw the
he's
movies.
like, I want to talk about Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, and I was like, ooh, I actually like those movies. I wish they would have made a third one. And he's like, did you read the books? And I was like, no. He's like, that makes sense.
How many books are there? Because I only know of 2 movies.
I can't remember. There's got to be like 6 or 7.
I don't know.
But
All right.
But I read all of them. Waited for the first movie to come out. Came out. We went inside, and I remember it was either halfway through, like right when it ended. But in the full theater, Tyler stands up and goes, "What the was that?" It's like so pissed off. Yeah, it was
a bunch of homeschooled kids.
They're there for a class project because they read the book. No, that was absolutely terrible. I think you said they made a second. I never watched it.
They made a second. I was hoping for it was like a cliffhanger.
I never watched it.
I was hoping for a third.
I was such a huge fan. They lost me. They literally lost me hardcore.
Yeah.
After the first movie,
I think his best friend though makes those movies.
it was so bad.
He's the funny.
No, it was so bad. Like, just the idea behind it was sweet. Like, these demigod kids where it's based around Percy Jackson, who's the son of Poseidon. And,
Which that doesn't make sense.
Now, okay, let me ask this question. Is it because while you're reading, and the same question in like Harry Potter, do you see these characters as you're reading them as like stronger, more like badass characters rather than
it wasn't
what they portrayed in these kids movies?
It wasn't the portrayal of the character that bothered me. It was events and sequences that happened that not only never happened in the book, but they were displaying things in the first movie that happened in the sixth book.
Right.
So it was like, why? Like, there are trilogies, there are sagas, there are people that have done this right. And I know, Ben, just shut your mouth. But we go to Twilight, okay? If you think about Twilight,
It's not that bad, man.
those that have read the books and watched the movies, that was doing it right. They did it good. Everybody got hyped up. I know you said it was bad literature, which it is.
And I can't read well, and I knew it was bad literature.
But it was catered.
They're sparkly. Watch out.
But it was catered towards the youth.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, that's taken from book to screen. They did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
They knocked it
movies-
out of the park, in my opinion.
The movies were good.
But when you look at like Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, for me, the only one at this table that knows the difference between the books and the movie, it was terrible. There was a way to do it right, and they absolutely destroyed it, and
I just like him as movies.
Fail.
bums me out.
So in that case, you're saying the books
The books were way better.
way better.
I almost wish I would have never read the books when, like you said, because you actually enjoyed the movie. Mm-hmm. I did enjoy all the books, but the first movie was absolute trash. But there are people that have done it good. Twilight's one of them. The Hunger Games, if you ever read The Hunger Games.
I haven't read, but Hunger Games is an awesome movie. I recommend it to all.
50 Shades of Grey.
That's a book that I have read. No.
I hear women like it. I don't know.
I don't know why, but yeah, I heard they just
They
can't
said the
stop
adaptation
reading
is
it.
good.
Well, they can't
I've seen the last
do
one that
what
they
they
made.
can do in a book and a movie. I heard that was the big thing. That how are you going to make this movie like watchable when it's so graphic in the book? So, but that's a different story. But that's the way they
You
had
just
described
upload
it.
it to a certain website.
That'll be-
you don't,
I
you don't
want to talk about this filth anymore.
So, and I guarantee you, people still watch that.
So what we'll do is after this, we will leave, and the girls will do a podcast specifically on the details.
about what was his name? I forgot his name.
I don't know his name.
Gray.
It's just
Something
Gray.
Gray, Mr. Gray.
Mr. Gray. Isn't that like from a different alien
Dakota
movie? I don't
Johnson,
know,
I
Mr.
don't
Anyways,
know.
so wait a second. Has your wife read that book? Has yours? Mm-hmm.
Your wife has read
I don't
it?
think my wife
Yeah,
has.
my wife and I
Has
were
your wife
like
had? Oh,
10 when
wait.
the books came out.
Sorry.
It's okay. I dated someone who did.
What? No, that's right.
You and I had a so different conversation level there.
My wife is very like not into that at all. She listens to a lot of audiobooks.
Yeah.
In fact, you and me and my wife had a 3-hour car ride a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've said
And-
it before, and I'll say it again. My sister's a saint.
Well, there was some
Hashtag.
there was some scandalous things in this audiobook she was listening to, and she was making sure before we left. She's like, "Do you have any like earbuds, or do you want to make sure Jeff has earbuds?" Like, I just don't want him to hear the book that I'm listening to. And I'm like, I guarantee you that Jeff could care less about whatever your book has to say.
Finally, one that's interesting.
Well, Jeff's the most innocent one here, so it's
It's
okay.
probably
Right.
true. Actually, it probably
It probably is
true.
true.
Seen some of the videos you guys watch on YouTube, but that's a different subject.
It stinks.
I don't watch.
Hey,
Shrek is love.
Shrek is love. It stinks.
Oh, that's horrible.
You're
right.
hurting me.
The
So
mustache.
anything else you want to add to yours there, bud?
No, I think. Okay, I'm sorry to Ben and to everybody else watching. The books that are turned into movies that I like are Twilight, Hunger Games, all the teen stuff.
Games, yeah, I
and then every single Nicholas Sparks book that I've ever read has been turned into a movie.
I can
and they're
have
all
a
fantastic.
whole argument about that guy or whoever he is. I don't know.
Why? Just because you think he
I'll tell you what-
depicts love poorly?
No, he what he does is he makes
Fantasizes things?
well that, but he makes like unreachable
You mean
Makes it-
dying together?
Like, what
At
do
the
you
end
know,
of the
like,
movie
I
after
mean, getting
they
married
achieve
and
that
staying
level?
together.
yeah, like
He's
yeah,
going,
well,
I can't do that. This guy is perfect, and I can't be like,
Guy,
that's
guy
what
waits
Luke is
50
doing.
years for a woman to fall in love with him, and then builds her a house and does everything. It's like
Luke.
you're getting these expectations of men that just
It exists.
You cannot blame Nicholas Sparks.
Example.
You can't blame Nicholas Sparks for the fact that you're a boyfriend. Okay, that's not how that works.
okay.
And to be fair,
Why? Don't wait 50 years. Just build your girlfriend a house.
yeah. And to be fair,
No, they weren't even together. Build her a house so she'll come be with you.
if you look
Exactly.
like
That's what I'm talking about.
if you look like Ryan Gosling, the rest just falls into place.
I mean, she's still
You know, the rest
denied
just
him
falls
for
into place.
13 years.
It don't matter. She wanted it.
Stupid.
All right.
Those are my books and movies that I like.
Stupid.
Percy
All right.
Jackson is really the only one that I've ever hated.
Let's let you
However,
fire
there's a
off.
ton of comic books. I mean, comics.
Here, I'll
collectibles
go over the comic
and
book
pop
thing.
culture. No,
I got
that's what
this.
I'm saying.
Oh,
is
okay.
you're
We're going
You're
through
going
it.
to talk
I was
about
like,
comic
all right,
books because we live in a world today where comic books are vastly being turned.
Well, they're
into
the number
movies,
one
so-
selling movie.
Finally!
Yeah.
Yes!
We get.
And you have some here. Why don't you share?
You can put them here.
I mean, if you want, I can
You
just.
want, bro? Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna.
Lay them up, bro.
Show him on that camera there.
Here's this one. Show this
Back
one
it
real
up a
quick.
little bit.
What's this one called?
This is X-Men 141 and 142.
151 rum.
Pineapple
Oh,
juice,
140.
Malibu, Caribou, make them all numb.
That was
And
good. Well done.
Thank you.
can't
So
see the
X-Men
cover on this.
141 and 142. This is about the Days of Future Past.
Which is a movie, correct?
Yes, it is a movie. I'm gonna be honest. I actually don't really know too much about the comic version. I just love the movie and I wanted to bring it up and show off my comics because they're sexy as hell.
They are sexy. I do
But
like
I kind of want to talk
I just
about
want to know
how
how flexible these
No.
things
Oh
are.
my god.
hashtag slab it.
do it again.
Now our video is going to get taken down. Look at that.
But no, I just want to kind of
So-
more talk about like what I think
Yeah.
yeah yeah no
Days of
I'm getting
Futures
just
Past.
can't talk.
You're good. So what is this one called again? This is
It's Days of Futures Past.
They
but
both
it's-
are. This is
the
the
Uncanny X-Men.
So these two individual issues are the story of Days of Future Past.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2 comic books turned into a
In-
2-hour movie.
into a movie.
Yeah. I mean, if you've seen it, you see Wolverine goes back in time to
He's got to save everybody.
save everybody. But it's actually, if you remember Kitty Pryde, she's the one who walks
Yeah,
through
did you
walls.
know this?
Yeah.
She walks through walls, all this stuff. She is the one who travels back in time. And
It's not even Wolverine.
in
no,
this
and-
book?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Logan,
Kitty Pryde's the one that
aka
goes back.
Wolverine, is the one who protects her the entire time.
Interesting.
And that's basically all I know.
So they ruined it.
But-
They could have had a story that was similar to Logan.
Wait. You can't say they ruined it.
Okay.
It was a decent.
I
and it
loved
made
it.
some good.
Excuse me. Nope. Hold on. What did you say? It was a what?
It was a decent movie. But hang on.
I loved
I
it.
need to point this out because there was 6 books to make this Percy Jackson movie that flopped like hell.
Yeah.
There's 2 comics that
yeah.
made a lot more money.
That's true. That is
So,
true.
I mean,
These aren't
I'm just-
books.
There,
This
there's
is an issue.
there's- I'm not good at math, but I'm just saying.
I'm gonna say they should have stuck with the comics because that was
but
maybe
no,
the worst.
the reason why shush.
It was the worst movie of all time.
You didn't like it, huh?
I absolutely love it. But no, the reason why they went with Logan, aka Wolverine, was because at the time he was their mascot.
Yeah, he was
know.
the X-Men.
Yeah, he carried
But-
the franchise.
Yeah.
No, dude, I just love that scene where he's looking to my mind when he's trying to help Xavier, and it's such a weird moment. He looks into his mind to talk to his future self through Wolverine, and you're like, that was cool as hell. But yeah, I don't know, cool scene.
I just love the first scene when he goes back in time and he goes to fight those guys, and like his bones come out of his hands. He's like, because he's back in time, so he doesn't have the metal in there.
Yeah,
yet.
I do like that.
Okay, so I'm now very curious. Why do you decide?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a great movie.
So you
but
hop
it was
into
not
you
bad.
hop into the movie, right? And I don't know anything about this. I just know this is better.
Do you know
And-
why
and-
they're doing
and
this?
I thought
hang on.
Bishop was in this. Wasn't Bishop in this in the beginning?
I think he.
Like there was a lot of X-Men. They're just getting killed all over the place.
They are.
right?
They're all
might have
getting
been in the
annihilated
that
right in
might
the
have been
beginning.
in
It was the
the
beginning. It was
No,
serious.
Oh yes, he's in that. I think
Yes.
like in the comic. I don't know, but in the
He's not.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about the movie. Why
Yes,
do you
movie,
think the
yes.
movie
Yeah,
is-
so
Yes. Go
so it
ahead.
starts out good, right? And then all of a sudden, these Sentinels just absorb every power. It don't matter. They can adapt. They can. I'm like, I've watched. I'm a '90s boy, '80s '90s boy. I watched X-Men. I watched Sentinels.
I was gonna
They
say
don't
that.
do that. They don't
Ever.
adapt to
those are the
everything
newer.
that touches them.
Those are the newer versions. Like
Oh, evidently, because they could just do anything. So as soon as I seen that, I'm like,
You know what else
Done.
isn't possible
done.
in the real world? Snapping your finger and killing half the universe. But we still watch.
I don't know what you're referring to. No, but so me being an older, I watched the X-Men growing up.
so did I.
I know
it
what a
was 90s
Sentinel is.
cartoons,
I get
that's
it.
the best. I get
Sentinels
it.
were 90 feet tall, right? They weren't these like silver things that could just turn into whatever. So
Well, remember,
but,
like in the when they
my
go back in
bias-
time.
My bias is based off a cartoon.
Remember, they go back in time. They do show those kind of like those Sentinels that
Yeah.
look like that at the time.
I don't know why it bugged me so much, but the Sentinels and then
future
Bishop
just
died
got
OP?
upgraded, man.
Well, that's what happened because
It just pissed me off.
well, they had to upgrade so much in order to.
I
actually
get
stop
it. I
them.
just,
yeah.
I'm a cranky old
But
man.
no, I was just gonna say like
old man Johnson.
with comics, I feel like there's always gonna like. I don't know if it's because it's just such little writing, they have to like add so much more to the movies, but like they're always either adding stuff that doesn't need to be added. I feel like, you know what I mean, like
Probably what it is, though.
just a little. I don't know.
I mean, what would you do if somebody handed this to you and said, "Make me a 2-hour movie"?
Well, I know
You'd
it's
have to
just
get
like-
pretty creative.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying like okay, like I read Hulk comics a lot.
Yeah.
And like he's one of the strongest characters of all time in the Marvel universe, and they just like
Push
on him and act like he's some weak guy, and
What about?
I want to bring back in the future here. I want to bring back Hulk because the new movies that are coming out with Hulk's enemies, I'm just going. They've now weakened Hulk so much that I wonder how the heck with.
I don't think he's gonna be in him. It's gonna be She-Hulk. That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe
That's what I'm thinking.
maybe they're bringing She-Hulk.
His weaker cousin.
Hey, what have I told you?
Venom
For years now. It's literally been years now.
and the females.
Invest in the ladies, my boy.
Yeah.
Invest in the ladies.
Women are the future.
Do you want to answer?
You didn't even get to
Tell
bed.
them on
No,
the way?
just edit this out.
No, I'm not.
Talk to your.
It's all going to be left in there. Just say Johnny's leaving.
Johnny's not leaving it.
No, yes, I am. We are
He
done.
hasn't even talked about his.
No,
he hasn't
it's
even
fine.
had a shot yet.
Huh?
Okay, bye.
You just
Now do you see the wrath?
created a complete storm for this young man.
This should be the intro to the episode.
Okay, so Johnny,
around
love you. Thank
me
you
are
for joining us. Why don't you take off? We'll close this up.
Guys, you
Yeah.
guys close out the episode.
Absolutely.
Before I do go, with all the comics and movies, I do want people to know, those of you that have watched Endgame, Fat Thor is actually in the comic books.
But not in
fact.
No. But I want people to comment and guess. All right, those of you that know, you know. But
I own it.
But Fat
No, you
Thor
don't.
actually
You
appears on the cover of a comic book way before Endgame was ever created, along with a DC character in a Marvel comic.
2 of them.
Yes, 2 of them. So if you know the specific comic issue we're talking
I
about,
should bring it next week.
Bring it next week.
you should comment. Luke will bring it next week. Okay?
Sounds good.
Thanks, boy.
Oh. Can we say the winner?
We got to 300 subscribers.
Yes.
On our social media platforms. We said if we got to 300 by the beginning of last week's episode, we would be giving away a t-shirt, and we got to 300. So we have a winner. I went through our subscribers. I just picked somebody random. Her name is Caitlin Nicole. So good job, Caitlin.
All right, Caitlin.
If you want a t-shirt, we will get in touch with you, and we will get you
You may as well just wrap us out. We're at 30.
one of our fancy new t-shirts. Nope, you guys do it.
Sounds
All
good.
right. Sounds
not
good.
cutting any
See
of
ya,
that
boy.
Later, bud. Drive safe. Have fun at the parade.
Congratulations on winning a shirt. And
Yes.
for us to get 300 subscribers in like 4 months. That is an accomplishment.
It's true.
That is an
That's actually pretty good.
accomplishment.
But let's let Ben tell us his.
You brought a Ninja Turtle.
Oh, okay, so like I said before, I'm not a reader. Okay, I read comics, the newer ones or whatnot. I collect the older ones, but I also collect pops. But like Jeff said, I love the '90s cartoons, and I grew up as a wee kid watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
And this was one of those that as soon as they made it into a live action movie, I remember specifically bringing my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Leonardo, stuffed animal,
No.
that sat next to me
awesome.
at the theater
Cowabunga.
and downtown Anoka, and we watched that thing together. It was a touching moment, and where my cartoon world came reality.
Came to life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that I can't say so much about the comics coming, but
it
as
started
far
as
as the
comics, yeah.
cartoon came to life as a child, that was huge for me. I'm keeping mine short so we can wrap this up.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So that's basically mine. I'm a Ninja Turtles guy. I love it.
Which one's your favorite? I need to know that.
You may as well
You
say
know what? I'll be honest with you. It's hard to get past the first one because it is that momentous.
Yep. Okay.
But I do love like the characters in Secret of the Ooze.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed that.
second one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
The second
I was
one.
watching that one today.
It was a stretch when
Were
they
you
went
really?
I really
into
was.
time travel in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
the first 3 are my favorite. The newer ones with the CGI stuff. I watched them because I love Ninja Turtles, but
Yeah.
they
they're
didn't,
fun. They're
yeah.
No, they're fun.
They are fun. They
Yeah.
are what they are, and
I've only seen the first one, I think, but of the new ones.
yeah, it's nice to see they gave Raph a little bit of redemption type. I mean,
Oh, like he has more of a heart in that one.
yeah, like they just kind of usually make him seem like he's just a.
Well, yeah, when
just
he's-
a
when they're-
jerk.
when
Because he's just he is the rage monster
Yeah.
of it all. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but that's where Leo has to have they're the yin and the yang on those two.
Yep.
You know, and that's where Mikey and Donatello are so yin and yang
Yep.
on that because Mikey's so laid back while Donatello is all smarts and everything. And the clash and the combo of all these turtles, I love them all. And Splinter, just that
Yeah.
wisecracker himself.
Sweet. And
The
that
rat is the
originated.
cleanest
Another
one.
funny.
And that originated as a comic as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So
But I was too young to read the comics, so
Yeah, that's okay.
But any which way, let's wrap this up. Guys, thanks again for joining us as we talked about these awesome childhood and books and comics and cartoons that came to life in our movie universe. I'm so glad that we are living in that time.
Yeah.
Same.
Before one thing, imagine being Stan Lee
oh
and writing all those and seeing all those movies come to life.
I don't want
those
to get depressed
characters.
about my life. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
yeah, to
That
see
man.
yeah to
Oh.
see your creations
Come
come
to
to life.
Stan
in
the Man
in an
Lee and
amazing way.
Jack the King Kirby.
Yep. Yep. Amen,
Well, we'll leave
brother.
you with that. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining us. Until next time, don't forget to like and comment. I want to know what your guys' stuff is. Throw down some comments. Let us know what you guys are, what's your favorites, What are your favorites that you've read and love the movies? I mean, I kind of want to hear something about Lion in the Wardrobe somewhere
Yeah.
in there.
And why do we say these things? Because it's fun to be a kid.
Even when you're...
Take care, everybody. Peace.
Can I get a hoya, boys?
Sitting on the fire, your grandma to my grandma, the terrace was on fire. Talk about chaos, chaos, chaos. No, it's not. I have no idea.
I was working. It was working for me.